Good morning, Vande Matram. Welcome all of you. The inner voice. The inner voice. So we are going for psychic transformation part 1. Initially we have discussed in series of course on supramental transformation. Here is time for us to go for psychic transformation, and this series will be discussed from Savitri almost. So anyway, this topic we are going to discuss right now is on inner voice. Inner voice is the topic of discussion for now. It is based on the psychic transformation part 1. So before going for a discussion, I want to take a couple of lines. So here it is opportunity for us to quote few lines from Sri Aurobindo on psychic. Sri Aurobindo quotes the psychic knows, while mind, vital and physical look only at the surface appearances and misinterpret them. Two sides we can see. On one side you can find the psychic, all the truthfulness, knowledge. And on another you can find some appearances on the surface appearances and misinterpretation in the part of the mind, vital and the physical. So if you are capable of understanding the things, you can find when you follow the mind, vital and the physical, it is only lying on the surface. This appearance is surface appearance, and which will ultimately misinterpret it. But so far this psychic is concerned, it will never falter because it knows, it sees, it has got the realization. So Sri Aurobindo quotes, the psychic knows, while the mind, vital and the physical look only at the surface appearances and misinterpret them. Again Sri Aurobindo goes forward. It is the very nature of the soul or the psychic being, all the way both are same. It is the very nature of the soul or psychic being to turn towards the divine truth. To turn towards the divine truth as the sunflower to the sun. Sunflower, why is it named as sunflower? Because it turns to the sun 360 degree round the clock, 24/7. So like this, it is the very nature of the soul or psychic being to turn towards the divine truth as sunflower to the sun. As sunflower is open and inclined towards the sun, turning towards the sun like this, the nature of soul or psychic being is to turn towards the divine truth, nothing but the divine truth. Again, the mind and vital can mistake other impulsions. The mind and vital can make mistake other impulsion and suggestions over the divine will. But the psychic, once awakened, can never make any mistake. Mistake is not at all found so far this psychic is concerned. But other thing, mind and vital, it can make mistake. By nature it happens. Other impulsions and suggestions for the divine will. It hears the other sound in name of the divine will. So again it can be said, if it is the true psychic love, most of the time we misunderstand them. It is the true psychic love that the faith goes with it. Love, naturally it is, faith is there, but after some time this faith gets shattered, breaks down. We can't keep so much faith. Unwillingly or unknowingly, we keep faith in the love as if we know this is something divine love. But after some time this faith breaks down. You can find no faith at all. You can't trust it, this human love. But if it is, here in the course, if it is psychic love, if the love is psychic, then definitely faith will go with it and it will never falter. And if there is the entire faith, then the psychic love becomes. ସାରିଦେ କହିବି. So here is the story. If the true psychic love is there, then faith goes with it. Faith normally goes with the love, even if with the human love, subhuman love, but it is temporary. After some time, this love falters, and when the love falters, fails, distorts, disappoints, then naturally this faith will collapse. There will be no faith in as in the beginning, and it is bound to collapse. But if the love is true psychic love, not unlike this ordinary human love, faith will definitely be there attached to it. If it is the true psychic love, then faith goes with it. And if there is entire faith, initially entire faith is a matter of question. It is a question tag. But and if there is entire faith, then the psychic love becomes soon awake. Then this psychic love becomes soon awake. Psychic love with psychic love, this love goes. Love follows. If this is entirely love, faith goes with it. With faith goes with the true psychic love. If the faith is entire, then you can find this psychic love will become soon awake. Awakened condition. So this psychic love, if it is carries with it the faith. If the faith is entire, then the psychic love will become soon awake. Then Sri Aurobindo quotes forward. There is no conversion without awakening of the psychic being. No conversion, no change, no transformation without the awakening of the psychic being. Psychic has to awake. Awakening of the psychic being is the preliminary condition for the conversion. If there is no awakening, then definitely you can find difficult, not at all. And this already previous before 2 minutes we have quoted. For this awakening of this psychic being, there must be entire faith with the true psychic love. Entire faith in the psychic love. If it is there, there will be awakening. And with this greater awakening, you can find the conversion. For this conversion, awakening of the psychic is being necessary, and this psychic opening will be done by the entire faith in the psychic love. Love, faith, then conversion through the psychic opening. Again, one more term is coming before us, that is on psychic fire, Chaitagni. Most of the time we feel that that the fire is there, it is burning within us, but it is faint, not so much illumined. A psychic fire within must be lit into which all is thrown with the divine name upon it. Like during the construction of this Setubandha bridge, sea bridge, by Ramachandra and his Banar Sena. You can find on the stones the name of Rama was written. It was being touched by the Rama was written on these stones, and it was thrown by the banners, monkeys, into the sea with the proper touch of Nala and Nila, so that it will never sink down. And sea had the Barundev sea had the promise that it will never sink nor float them away. So like this psychic fire within must be lit. There is no other go. Into which, when the fire is lit, you have to throw all obscurities, ignorance, falsehood, everything. So here, if the psychic fire is must be lit, into which all must be thrown with the divine name upon it. If the divine name is written upon this, these things, whatever are to be thrown into the lit psychic fire, then you can find a great, really a great boon. It must be there. It is necessary and needful for the transformation. Again, here in the quote, psychic sadness is purity offended. Psychic sadness, because psychic is devoid of all, beyond all, above all. This psychic sadness is purity offended. and some of the purity you can find in the soul. It is not at all visible to the naked eye. And if you want to know what are the blots on this psychic being, it is very clear. You can find what is that. You can find a treachery, hypocrisy, self-flattery, egoism. These are the blots. These are the black spots on the psychic being, on the soul. The psychic fire fails in the strangling vital smoke. Initially, when you burn the hearth, you can find very deep, intense, deadly smoke. And sometimes people feel irritated, they go away. But the man who is actually having a true consciousness, he knows when there is a fire, there is a smoke, there must be the presence of a fire. Without fire, that smoke will is not possible. Initially we can find the intense smoke. It is actually irritating us, it is actually disturbing us, but after some time you can find this smoke will go, it is temporary. And after this smoke is going, perishing, you can find the presence of this burning and lit beautiful fire. Thus, this psychic fire fails in the strangling vital smoke. Strangling vital smoke. This has covered the psychic fire, but don't nothing to be disturbed, nothing to be confused, nothing to be worried, because after some time this has to go. It is temporary. It is short-lived. It's short-lived. It can never live for the long time. Again, the influence of the outer world are not favorable to the psychic contact and the psychic development. So, influence will never hurt the process of psychic working. But thing is that it is not at all favorable. So once you are in the process of sadhana, you must try to get rid of this outward world, outward knowledge, outward everything. You must try to get rid of them. That's what's here in the quotes. The influence of the outer world, it hurts really. Not favorable to the psychic contact. It is in no way it is favorable to the psychic contact and the psychic development. So you definitely, again and again, Sri Aurobindo in this language, in this message, Sri Aurobindo tries to explain, quote, and indicate, of course, advise us that you must be, you must not face any, you must not be influenced by the outer world. You must not be influenced by the outer world. If it is there, definitely it is not favorable to the psychic contact and the psychic development. Both psychic contact and the psychic development. Psychic contact is a must, without which you can never go for the sadhana. In this sadhana, psychic contact, when you contact the psychic being, then your yoga starts. And this psychic being, it has come for two purposes. Soul or psychic soul has come. Soul and psychic being both way same. The purpose of their arrival is to gain experience and to develop. So here the thing is that psychic contact, without which no yoga can start, so far this integral yoga is concerned. And this psychic development is necessary. Birth after birth, this development is going on. For these two purposes, I mean psychic contact and psychic development, the influence of the outer world must be extirpated from the nature. You must not be influenced by the outer world. You must get rid of these influences. Like leaf of the lotus lying in the water, but it is getting untouched till the end. Like this, you have to be in the outside atmosphere, outer world, but you must stay untouched. You must not be influenced. For this purpose of this psychic contact, and the second thing for the psychic development. And here we are going forward in the process of this psychic transformation part 1. It is here the inner voice. We can't read, we can't listen, we can't read them, we can't interpret them, we can't analyze them, we can't actually apply in our life. So this inner voice, remember why thou camest. Almost whatever I going to go this discuss in this series, this is on Savitri's yoga of Savitri. There is the inner voice. You can see, you can listen how Savitri has listened. Remember why thou camest. purpose of your birth, arrival. Find out thy soul. Soul is there, you have to find out. Recover thy hid self. It is in the hidden condition, you have to recover it. In silence, God's meaning in thy depths. You have to go to the deep, into the depths. In silence, seek the God's meaning. What is the meaning of God? What is the purpose of God? Why He made? Why He has sent me forth? What is the purpose of my birth? Who is God? You have to seek the God's meaning in thy depths. Thy, then, if these are the things, three things have been done, four conditions have been satisfied. The next condition, thy mortal nature changed to the divine. Automatically, it will be transformed, transfigured into the divine, elevated to the divine. So I want to repeat the four steps of the inner voice, which will help you, help thy mortal nature to change into the divine. First condition, remember why thou camest. Second, find out the soul. Third, recover thy hid self. And finally, in silence, seek the God's meaning in thy depths. It is the beginning. We will go step by step into this cyclic transformation. It is only the part one of this cyclic transformation, Savitri's yoga. Second part will start shortly. Thank you.